Hello everybody, this is Slugwave, and I am back for another ASMR housing showcase in the Elder Scrolls Online. This house today, I started decorating last year, but I am showing it now because we are currently in September and approaching Halloween, and the theme of this house is a haunted house. So I am here in Craglorn, outside of the Domus Phrasticus house, and when I bought this house, the second I saw it, I just thought it would make a perfect haunted mansion type thing. So that's what I did with it, and that's what I'm going to show you all today. So I really liked the houses that are this size are really perfect. I feel like they're not too big. They're sort of manageable to decorate, and I don't know, I just really like this size of house. Okay, so right here is the house itself and the yard outside. I did end up getting the thing from the crown store that allows you to permanently affect the time of day in your house, so it is permanently nighttime here. I think we're just gonna circle around the house and then go in at the end. So here outside we just have I tried to get a lot of like willowy looking trees and autumnal plants. The Skin Grad DLC was actually kind of perfect because there were a lot of red and yellow foliage furniture items in that DLC. I do have a lot of pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns out here, as well as some, I guess, creepy remains outside of the house. I do have this little guy here. Oh, and then outside I wanted to create this little scene that was basically a wagon that seemed to crash here outside of the mansion and just has been in a state of decay that I guess they didn't seem to escape. I don't know, I thought that was really fun to make. Just a heads up, I guess because it is haunted mansion themed, there are a lot of really gross furnishings in this. I guess the game has some really gross furnishings, so just a heads up there. Over here, I created like a graveyard. So over here is a solitary grave. It's got the little arm that pokes out above the dirt, which I really thought was funny. Over here we have I kind of wanted to make it look like there was some sort of grave digging going on. I found out there are furnishings for like rubble that has also skeletal remains in it, and so I put some of those on the ground here and just to show, I don't know, just to make it a little creepier. And then I've always really loved this tree furnishing. I think it's like an Argonian tree, but I thought it fit really well. I think it's called, what is it called? The Merkmeyer ossuary. Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of gross, but Elder Scrolls Online just happens to have a lot that's actually its own category of furnishings, is remains and grave, I don't know, grave related accessories. So there's a lot to work with in this game if you want to make a graveyard, I guess. The next zone over here is kind of a spider infested zone, so I've added a lot of spider webs. I tried to look for spidery furnishings. These the next round and this spider pet are kind of the closest I had. I don't think they are spiders. They have 6 legs each, but you know, I think that they fit and can serve as the spiders in this case. But yeah, I do also like a lot of like this one right here. I really like this furnishing item. I just like furnishing items that sort of tell a little bit of a story. And over here we have the back of the house, which I tried to turn into like a witch's lair. So there's a lot of these like witchy totems all throughout, with like gross insects flying around. These furnishings I think I got from the luxury vendor one week. I think it's a briar thorn. Briar heart. I don't really actually know like the lore behind what a briar heart tree is, but it seems to be these plants that, I don't know, spawn out of remains. Really creepy, so I thought that they were perfect for this. The house came with this little shed in the back, so I added, or I guess maybe a stable. So I added my creepiest pets that I could find. This one right here was from ordering the deluxe edition of the Necrom expansion. I'm not sure what this one is from, but this mount is funny because I used to use it. That used to be my main mount for a while, and it always creeped my friends out. We just have some more witchy furnishings. This mount, I think, came from the newer Skin Grad DLC. But yeah. And then coming back around to the front of the house. Over here is the music box that's playing. I don't know if you can hear the song, but I really love the detail on this music box. I think it's one of the better ones. And then we have the entrance. So the actual house itself is kind of smaller than it looks on the outside. Down here we have sort of a cozy but haunted home. Last year, I think around Halloween time, the Crown store was selling all of these like haunted furnishings, which are these purple glowy ones that you see. So I did get those. There's like the haunted end table, the haunted table. This portrait on the wall is actually what's creating that ghost. That was part of the furnishing pack. And then there's a little ghostly door. But I just tried to make it look like a home, just like a creepier version of a home. We have the fire, bookshelves, we have a little bed area over here, and yeah, that's it for the downstairs. Upstairs over here we have, and I apologize for how gross this is, a Daedric torture chamber slash a vampiric torture chamber. I wanted to do something with all of the like Daedric sort of furnishings, and funny enough, I think in the ESO housing system, torture is also a subcategory of furnishings, so there are a lot of them in this game. I have this little soul-shriven guy sort of locked up. And we just have a lot of alchemy, vampiric looking furnishings. A lot of these come from like the Halloween event they do every year. You end up getting a lot of like these creepy glass jars and vials. So I think that's partly why I wanted to do this room, is I wanted a place to actually put those furnishing items that are just kind of accumulating in my inventory. But yeah, I've always, you can't really see them, but I've always really liked these wanted posters. They have different posters for all the different like races. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. This one's pretty gross. I put like a fire pit beneath a metal cage, and I mean, this guy was already pretty burnt looking, so I feel like it just fit. But yeah, that's actually it for the house itself. So yeah, it's a little bit of a shorter video, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!